Good afternoon. Welcome to the show, Today and Now. My name is Job Ombati. It's so good to be here today and so good to see you all. The show has been running since 2010. Now we are 2011 and we have been running. In our program, every day when we come on air, we bring you different people from different parts of the world. We invite people from the community, we invite people from the neighboring states, at the same time we invite people even from foreign countries. Today on the show, I have got a gentleman who has come all the way from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. His name is Ben Kabamba. Mr. Kabamba, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Nice to see you today.
Nice to
Thank you
see
for
you
coming.
too.
We have a lot to talk about. But first of all, I would like you to tell my viewers where DRC is. You know, some people don't know the map of the world very clearly. Tell us where you come from.
Okay, I came from Africa in the middle. Democratic Republic of the Congo is located in the middle of Africa, Central Africa. Anyways, for whoever doesn't know, Africa is the continent, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo is the country. When you look at the gun, Congo is like the shoot of a gun.
So some people who have heard of names like Patrice Lumumba, you have heard about names like Joseph Mobutu. These are names of Congo. And Mr.Ben Kabamba comes from that great country of Africa. I say Congo is a great country for so many reasons. And Mr. Kabamba, you are here, you are a Congolese. You talk about the good things about Congo that people don't know about.
Congo is one of the biggest country in Africa. My country worth 4 times France and 80 times Belgium.
In other words, France, the country of France can go in Congo 4 times.
4 times, that's right.
And how many times Belgium?
Belgium 80 times.
Wow. You can imagine how big that country of the Congo is.
It is a
And
big
how many
country.
people are in Congo?
Actually, I think the population estimation, last estimate, give us 70 million.
That's like as twice as much as Kenya. Kenya is only 40 million, and you are 80 million. That's great. Now, Mr. Kabamba, I know you're talking about your story is a long story. You have done a lot in Congo. You have been in so many areas in the Congo. I will just ask you to mention briefly about the living standard of the people in Congo. First in the village, and then talk about the life in the city like Kinshasa or Bukavu, things like that.
That's a good question. As you know, Congo is very, very rich country. Rich, you can count that through the mining. We do have a lot of mining. I can list them. We have copper, we do have diamonds, we have gold, and you have the largest forest in Africa, in the world, I would say. And then that country, we are rich, to include the population too. We have a very young population. This means good labor. But when we talk about population, we need to make them work.
So the people need jobs.
The people need jobs.
I want to mention this to my viewers. For many of you who have been in school or who have traveled, you have heard about the trouble in Africa. When people on the television, CNN and other major journals come to Africa, they mostly go to troubled spots. They focus where there is trouble. They focus where there is sickness, where people are sick, where people are in trouble. Then they say Africa is dying. They forget the good parts of Africa. Of course, the trouble in Congo, as I know it, and Mr. Ben can confirm, is because of its richness. There is gold, there is copper, there is diamond, and so many other minerals. So many people where there is money, many corporations and many governments go there, they want to get the big cake. And therefore you can imagine trouble come. Tell our viewers about the political system in Congo.
Yeah, actually Congo has been through democracy. Everything is working very good, but as you know, we are learning about the democracy, and then actually there is a lack, I need to say that, lack of leadership. When we to talk about leadership, I think Job, you know what I mean.
Tell me, you have been, Mr. Ben, for those who haven't known, let me tell you, Mr. Kabamba has been working in the aviation industry in Congo. He has been a major partner making Congo aviation industry work. He speaks more than 3 languages, and one of them is French.
Sure.
He has traveled in many parts of the world. Mr. Kabamba, do you have political vision or plans for your country?
It's easy. The only vision is we have to make our population to work. We have to build up the middle class. Actually, I'm talking about the Congo, but in many African countries, the middle class has been abandoned.
So you want to be able to create jobs for your people, and you want to make sure that you have middle class, people in the middle class coming out of poverty to be able to live and benefit and work for themselves, right?
That's true.
Now, what is your plan for the future? How are you going to accomplish, you and the other political leaders who have the same vision or plans for your country? What is your plan? How are you going to achieve these goals?
It's easy. Anyways, to basically put everybody in a workstation, the first thing to do is to kill corruption.
To kill corruption. Corruption is a big issue. Yeah.
It's a big issue in Congo, and I'm not going to be talking about what is happening, but already I told you about the leadership. Leadership doesn't mean only the president. No, the leadership is a group of people, it's a team. You need to have a good team of people who work with whoever is in power. And that team is not functioning well. That's the major problem we have in that country. I think one person cannot build the country.
Absolutely.
We need
to work together. And Mr. Kabamba has spoken it very well. Let me take this minute also to address the people of Kenya. I want to address Kenyans wherever you are listening today. I want to say 2 things. The issue of the Ocampo Six. The issue is painful. The families and the people who have been taken to the Hague for corrupt cases is painful for them and the families. But I tell you, in the long run, it is going to be sending a precedent for the people of Kenya. The leaders, not only in Kenya, also in Congo, everywhere in Africa, they will know that nobody is above the law. Nobody can mess up the country. Nobody is going to take things for granted and kill people, destroy properties, and live free. Anybody who has committed crimes like this need to face the law. So I'm asking you to think soberly. I'm asking everybody to see the positive side of this issue. Those who are in the Hague, I wish them all the best. And those who are back home and wherever you are in the world, I want us to reason together, knowing that politicians come and go, but our country remains forever. So let us think about the country we want to live for our children and our grandchildren. A country which is safe, peaceful, and prosperous. So if we can all think the same way, the people of Congo are thinking the same way. In Somalia, you have seen what is happening in Egypt, in Libya, everywhere. Everybody wants to live safe and peaceful. And the best way to do that is we have to work together collectively. Mr. Kabamba, you have spoken that point, and I wanted to stress it, because the problem in one country in Africa is a problem everywhere. In Zimbabwe, in South Africa, mention it, there are problems. And the key, as you have said, is to work together.
And then to distribute our richness.
Our resources.
Yeah, our resources. We have to distribute it well. And then the only way, the easy way to do it, I'm emphasizing this, is to have to let them, to give them a job.
Give more jobs
job
to our people.
To the population. Because actually, talking about the Congo, every year we have people getting graduated. We have every year people getting a diploma
From
university, from middle class, high school, technical college. They do not have a job. That's very hard. That's sad. That's the saddest part of the management. And I think this year in Congo we will have election.
You are having election this year?
Yeah, this year.
Wow.
It's going to be hectic. I think people are running, but I think whoever...
Yeah, we're going to have election next year.
Exactly. The only way to do it is to come with a good plan, a program, and then to meet people's expectations.
Mr. Kabamba, you have traveled to Kenya, you have met people, and let me tell you that the way you're dressed today, you look like the Prime Minister of Kenya, Mr. Raila Odinga. He dresses just like you, and I understand he's coming to Boston this week, and I don't know whether you have plans to meet with Mr. Raila this year or next year.
Something about Mr. Laila. Mr. Laila has been a very, very smart Prime Minister. I'd like to meet with him, and I think it's good sometimes to get the chance to meet with people who's in leadership and who has experience, exactly. And then that's how you learn.
I think
and then we are all ambitious. We are ambitious, and we like to learn from